What is up, everyone? I'm just filming a quick little intro to this video just because I just finished editing it, and yeah, just to kind of give you a little bit of rundown of what the video is. So pretty much while I'm doing this pretty much while I'm doing the 75 hard, I decided just to film a little bit of a workout video during my 45-minute weight training sessions. So this is from a couple weeks ago. It's a push day, and pretty much all the video is just a rundown of what exercises I'm doing, why I like them, kind of more specifics on the exercises, and then kind of little tips on movement and kind of form and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a pretty short video, but I think it came out pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, just real quick intro. Yeah, let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so starting off here, we're doing our first chest exercise where we're doing incline barbell bench press. This helps work a lot on the upper portion of the pectoral muscle, which is pretty neglected compared to the bottom half of the pec. It's just also a little bit harder to develop, so it is a portion of my chest that I do like to specifically target. As you can tell here, I'm just warming up with a plate, doing a couple reps here, and just kind of getting the blood circulating through my chest, and then as well just getting a bit of a feel for the weight. You can notice as well as when I work up throughout the weight, I do like to keep my head positioned almost looking at the ceiling, just because it opens up that chest a little bit more and creates a little bit more stretch in the upper portion of the chest. And then as well, when I move up in weight, you can notice that I'm not actually touching the bar to my chest. I'm keeping it about an inch or two away from my chest, just because I don't like to specifically touch my chest when moving up in weight, just because it puts you at risk just for a shoulder injury or potentially tearing the pec. So as I do move up, I do tend to stick to keeping it about an inch to 2 inches above my chest. I also like to warm up a little bit before this, just to get my heart rate going. Maybe do 5 minutes on the treadmill, just a moderate light walk or light jog, just to get a little bit of blood flowing. And then I also do a little bit of shoulder rotation, and then sometimes we'll also do a little bit of lat exercises just to get the blood flowing and build a base. I'm also making it a point to not have my shoulders flare out too far, as it does put you at risk for a pec injury or shoulder injury as well. I do this by retracting the shoulders and then pushing them in a downward position, which also helps engage the lats, and this will help us actually push the weight and kind of build that base like I was talking about, just to kind of get that initial movement off of the chest. And then in my final working sets here, I have a plate, a 25 and a 10, I believe, on the bar, and I'm doing as many reps as possible without a spotter. But as you can kind of tell here in the end, I do pretty much exactly the amount of reps I could do even with a spotter. I'm pretty gassed here at the end. Doing this for about 2 sets, as many reps as possible, and you can kind of tell what my warm-up is as shown. Next, we're doing a little bit of a different variation of a seated plated press. As you can tell, I'm not actually doing this correctly as it is intended. I'm actually sitting at about a 90-degree angle and doing a unilateral movement, which is working one of the 2 muscles, actually just working one pec instead of both. As you can tell, I am pushing this in an upward direction, almost on an incline. It doesn't actually look like it as in the seated position, but as the way the weights go, it does push it into an incline. So this actually works the inside of the chest pretty good. It actually is one of the most effective chest exercises that I actually feel for the inside of my chest, and it also does help build that upper portion of the chest, kind of builds that shelf that people look for. I do keep my head, or try to keep my head, in an upward position as well for this, just like I mentioned earlier, just to kind of open up the chest a little bit more. I am kind of rushing through this just because I was recording it, but I do try to do a little bit of an eccentric movement, which is just on the way down when I'm actually stretching the muscle. I try to go a little bit slow. I like to do about around 3 to 5 seconds, but like I said, I'm kind of rushing through here. I do this for about 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps usually, get a comfortable weight and really focus on the squeeze at the top. All right, moving on, we're doing a little bit of tricep work as well and do this push day. So I'm doing a close grip flat bench on the Smith machine. As you can tell, I'm kind of just busting out reps here, but again, I do usually like to do a little bit longer eccentric, just like 3 seconds on the way down and push as hard as I can on the way up. Super good for building the triceps, get some strength in there, and then also just helps with the chest a little bit as well, just for like lockout periods while benching. And then lastly here, we're doing another variation of the cable pec fly. I would usually do this with both cables, but in this instance, the other cable was actually broken, so we just went with one, and just imagine what it would be like with two. I try to kind of show my best here. I have the cable kind of a little bit over shoulder height, just maybe one placement over shoulder height. Just I find that the best spot just to avoid injury. Doing pretty slow movements here, squeezing at the very end. Pretty good for developing that lower chest, good for shaping the chest. I use this pretty much every time I do a push day. Overall, just one of the best chest exercises in my opinion. Alright, that is it for the video. I hope it was a little bit informative or maybe helpful for those who don't already have a workout schedule or kind of a plan or know what to do when going into a certain workout like a push day. So yeah, I'm planning on kind of doing separate videos of each of my exercises I'm doing. So this is a push day, I have a pull day, I have an arm day, I have shoulder day, leg day, and then maybe even do a video running down like some of the stretching I do, some of the cardio I do, and then maybe like core exercises too that I do. But yeah, like I said, hopefully it was a little bit informative if you don't already kind of have a game plan going into the gym, and if you did find it kind of useful or helpful, then yeah, you can give it a try if you'd like. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.
Call me the French Connect like Gene Hackman. My scenes packed with fiends and my screens cracked. Some spots all I see is black. There's no books to recall, catches and traps. Yet there's so many hooks, it looks like they bringing Kareem back.